Hunger day. 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 Hunger no day. Say hunger no day. Hunger no day. Hunger no day. 7 billion to renovate your residence. Hungry day. Hungry day.
Hunger day. Oh. Hunger day. Seriously. For those of you who are outside the shores of Nigeria, who are mainly in the Western world where things are fixed. Yes, I want to tell you the fact. There is serious hunger in Nigeria. Yes, seriously. Worker salaries remain constant since 2015, but the prices of goods skyrocketed. So there is serious hunger. What you can buy with certain amount of money in 2015, you can no longer buy it. Meanwhile, your salary did not increase. There is serious hunger in Nigeria. But now, my focus is on this protest this guy is doing. Hunger day, that is not a protest. You see, we in Nigeria have been put in a way that we will be suffering and we are still afraid of saying we are suffering. We are afraid. We have been intimidated so much to a point that this guy now feels there's a kind of protest he will do, he will be arrested. You saw what happened during the NSAS. Many people came out to protest. Then the government hired their own anti-protesters. You saw security vehicles dropping off thugs to come and intimidate protesters. You saw security operatives dealing with protesters to a point that the military shot at protesters at Lekki Toll Gate. So the government has always, a kind of somebody beats you up, does anything to you and still seals your mouth from crying, holds your lip so that you cannot cry. And the person is telling you, if I hear PIM, that is the situation that have put us in Nigeria. It's not a case of suffering and smiling. No, we're not even permitted to smile. We will suffer and we keep short. He's acting as if he's protesting. He is afraid. And that is why he's just saying hunger day. If you're talking about protest, look at what is happening in Kenya. And let me tell you, Kenya, you are seeing, they have not suffered what Nigerians is suffering. Harsh economic situation in Nigeria, in Kenya, is not to be compared with Nigeria. Nigeria's case is the grandfather or grandmother of economic hardship. Kenya state has not reached like this, but look at what they are doing. This guy you are seeing in this video is afraid because of what security operatives might do to him. I heard allegedly that somebody who climbs, I think, a mast or so to protest has been picked up. That is the case in Nigeria. People are afraid of protesting. That is the case. I'm just analyzing this video. We have been so much pressed to a point we are afraid of protesting. The other time, Sowore announced his revolution now. I don't know whether he has stopped going to court. He's still going to court for that. They told him, you cannot leave Abuja until your court process is done. And Sowore will not dare try to do such protests again because he knew what he went through. So we Nigerians have been clamped down in a way that these guys are permitted to do whatever to us and we will not say anything. And that is what is happening. What I see him doing is not a protest. He is afraid of being arrested. He's waving a flag, hunger day. It's more like he's begging people. This is not a protest. He's begging people. Perhaps somebody will drop money for him. Hunger day, simple. And some of these things they are doing is maybe they can arouse other people to do the main protest. But what he's doing is not protest. Many Nigerians are afraid. Many would rather, let's manage the situation rather than come out and security operatives will. Or if they don't use security operatives, the government has their anti-protesters. They always have them in stock, ready to crush protesters. And that is why some Igbo people also, they are looking at it as, well, it is your own cup of tea. We are not coming out to protest. We are not going to protest. Because at the end of the day too, they might pin it on a particular people. There is no unity even in the protest. So that is what is happening. This is not protest. This is begging. This is begging. What is doing is begging. That's what I'm trying to say. You heard what one of the past governors said, a strong politician in the north. He said, we don't have the strength to protest. Have you seen some sick children? Very sick children. When you are giving them injection, normally when you give children injection, they cry. When you're giving them injection, they don't cry. They'll be looking at you. The sickness has so much affected them to a point they cannot even be able to cry. God forbid that situation, but I've seen it. That is just it. I'm trying to only analyze the video I saw. That is what is happening. Our leaders are just doing anything. If you are a good leader and you love Nigeria, by your posture we will know. This government can be predicted based on what has happened already. At least they're up to 1 year in office. How much was being spent to renovate the vice president's house? How much do our senators still collect? You had several senators rolling out what they get as monthly allowance. Is that a posture of a country that wants to change? The other day you saw there was a demand, although I think some people said it was filed into the what do they call it? The bill for the house. The demand for the purchase of cruise ship, a yacht. Inserted. You know what is cruise ship? Just for jolly in the ocean. They are not talking about warship in case our territory is being attacked. They are not talking about that. What they are looking for is they filed in our budget a demand for a cruise ship. And I don't know what happened. Some were saying it has already been purchased. Some are saying, no, they are going to remove it. It's a mistake. So you will know the posture of a government that wants to actually make a change. The other day, in their Senate, the Senate president was telling them, we give you a so amount. We whisper to you. Whisper could be 1 billion, 2 billion. You thought it's just ordinary whisper. And when he realized the TV is capturing him live, he said, oh, he's changing it back to prayers. Who are these guys deceiving? So by their posture, they are known. Oh my God. Oh my God. Let me just end here.